So, no one asked me to do this, but I want to. Welcome to Brittney's Favorites. I randomly decided that I wanted to do a monthly segment where I talk about my favorite things, be it a perfume, a book, an article of clothing, whatever I'm feeling for said month. I want to share that with you guys. I will link everything below if it's available, and I hope that y'all enjoy this little series. So let's get started. I love fragrance, and one of my favorite fragrances at the moment is the Accord Oud by Byredo. I gravitate towards really warm and gourmandy scents, and this one does not disappoint. It's sensual, it's sophisticated, it lasts so long. Like, I can smell a sweater that I wore a month ago and it's still very much present in those fibers. The top notes are blackberry, rum, and saffron. The heart is clary sage and leather accord, and the base is patchouli and powdery musk. So the dry down is really beautiful, really warm, really sexy. I love this. Another favorite is the Mr. Marvelous, just because I kind of went back and forth when I was choosing which one, and I didn't want to leave my baby out. This is almost the complete opposite of that. So where Accord Oud is warm and sensual, Mr. Marvelous is a little bit more herbaceous, a little bit more zingy. This one definitely borders onto the masculine side of things. It has mandarin leaves and neroli flower, bamboo, black amber, and white cedarwood. It's beautiful, it's fresh, it's zingy, and I don't know, I love them both equally. And they both have about the same amount missing. Highly recommend. Highly, highly, highly. So because it's Black History Month, I felt that it was essential to include Black-owned brands. But honestly,
I would do that anyway. I would do that anyway because that's how I am.
This is the Epa Nui Dew Moisture Souffle. And honestly, I can't think of a better moisturizer. Like, I don't know a better moisturizer. So I have all of the moisturizers from the line. Like, I'm a fan of the products, a really big fan. But this one really stands out for me. The smell is just decadent. The texture is just opulent. My skin is so supple after using this. It's such a beautiful product. This cream is so rich and thick. And honestly, those are the only adjectives that I want to describe me for the rest of my days. So why wouldn't I want to like slather it all over my face? It's perfect. On the website, it's described as a deliciously rich, refreshing drink for the skin, and honestly, I can't think of a better description. But despite it being perfect for chronically dry skin, it's really ideal for all skin types. It's such a beautiful product. And the smell? The ingredients include aloe vera, goji berry, tamanu oil, honey. Girl. Yes. Beautiful product, beautiful line. I love art. I am a self-proclaimed art hoe. I'm always in a museum, always at a gallery. Art pop-ups, clock me in, I'm there, what's up? But I love art even more when it's by my friends. And my friend, Francina Johnson, is an artist, and she is amazing. Look at the material. Back in October, she participated in something the art girls, the girls who actually are talented enough to like pick up a pencil and draw on paper and do it very well. She participated in what they call Inktober. And guess what happened on day one? My sister drew me. Honestly, I'm still so excited. I haven't framed it yet because I haven't found a frame perfect enough to not only represent my friend, but represent me, baby. This one is also beautiful. Look at the material. I don't even know what to say. Fran is just so talented. She does these amazing works that are centered around people who are truly undersaturated when it comes to art, underrepresented when it comes to art, and she makes it beautiful, and she makes it fun, and she makes it approachable, because for a lot of people, art is very intimidating. You don't know where to start. You think, oh, it's too expensive, I can't afford it. Girls, there's art out there for every budget, be it at the closest flea market or at a gallery showcased at Art Basel. But my sister is right on Instagram, and I will leave her information below, both her Instagram handle and her website, because guess what? She does commissions. So if you can't find something that's on her site, which that's pretty hard to do, you can commission her to draw whatever your heart desires that's within her aesthetic. I love her. I love these. I can't wait to get them framed, and I can't wait to see what else she's going to create, and just give her all of my money, because look at the material and look at me, girl. I have wanted a pair of camo pants for so long. I have been to like a million Army surplus, Army uniform stores, searching high and low for my size, only to come out disappointment because the jackets fit, but the pants won't clock in to nothing that my hips and thighs have to offer. I've even gone as far as to purchase camo pants from a plus size Instagram boutique that ultimately ended up scamming me. But then Eloquy said, oh no girl, we got camo pants. And I got them. I love these pants. I got them, I think, during Black Friday, and honestly, I haven't wanted to stop wearing them. So many looks. I had the looks planned before I had the pants. I am obsessed with these. They're such a staple piece that I have to be careful, because I don't want to wear them to the point of the inner thigh like completely dismantling itself like pants do to people who have thighs to touch. I love these. I will say they do run big. So unless you're going for a certain look, you want a little slouch, size down, these are too big for me in the waist. Most pants are, but these are exceptionally big. I've managed to make it work, as seen in my pictures, but I am going to eventually go get them tailored, which I hate getting things tailored. I hate it. But I am going to get them tailored so that I can really give the girls what they deserve this summer, because I'm not going to be able to wear the layers to cover up the fact that they look too big. I love these. I love these. I love these. And I will make them. Vitamin D. The real vitamin D. It's essential to our health, and sadly, vitamin D deficiency is so common, especially amongst Black people. The 7 most common risk factors for vitamin D deficiency are having dark skin, being elderly, not eating enough fish or dairy, sorry vegans, living far away from the equator, always using sunscreen when going out, staying indoors, and finally, being overweight or obese. So since I strike like 4 of those, it's very, very important for me to get my vitamin D in. The symptoms of vitamin D deficiency is poor immunity, getting sick very, very often, constant fatigue or tiredness, bone and back pain, depression, impaired or slow wound healing, bone loss, and hair loss. Girl, we don't want our edges going nowhere. So I take vitamin D3 by Carlson, and I take 4,000 IUs a day. That's literally 10 times the daily recommended amount, but because, like I said, I strike 4 of those boxes, it's essential to make sure I get it all, because I'm at risk for being like deficient. 4,000 IU or international units is said to be the safe upper limit. so stop there. I literally do 1 drop of this. This bottle lasts 365 days. I do 1 drop. This is my daily dosage in my water right now. 1 drop a day. And if I make a mistake and do 2 drops, like not paying attention while I'm dripping, I skip the following day. So if I make a mistake and do 2 drops on Friday, then I skip Saturday and then start back on Sunday. Come summer, because, you know, the sun is clocked in and I travel a lot to warmer climates that are close to the equator, I'm able to drop down to maybe like 800 IUs. But in the winter in Chicago, and the fact that I'm still fat and my skin is not super dark on like the Fitzpatrick scale, but it's dark enough to inhibit my absorption of vitamin D, I do 4,000 IU. So do your research on vitamin D, girls, and drink it out of a wine glass. I don't always drink it out of a wine glass. Vaginal health is super important to me, as it should be to any person with a vagina. Years ago, when I got into vitamins and more holistic remedies, I switched up a lot of things. And one of the first things that I switched up was like my pads, my sanitary napkins. We buy these products not really taking into account that cotton is a plant that's grown, but plants that are grown in certain circumstances by certain companies are treated. So we have treated cotton that's also chemically treated to absorb right on or in, if you use tampons, our vaginas. That to me was problematic. So I switched up and I started using just like the regular Whole Foods 365 brand, and I've graduated to certain brands throughout the years. But where I am now is with Honey Pot Co. Honey Pot Co. is Black owned, Black founded by a woman named Bea Dixon, who started the brand because she had chronic bacterial vaginosis. She says that she had this bacterial infection for months and months and months, and finally it just came to her to just go in the kitchen, mix up some herbs and try some things. I love the pads, but what I love most are the washes. I have both the normal wash and the sensitive wash, and I think she has a wash for pregnant people, but I've never had to buy that. But these are beautiful. Honestly, I don't have a sensitive vaginal region, but I got this because this was sold out. This is empty now. I find them both to work the same, but if you are more sensitive, definitely go for the sensitive option. This line is beautiful. First of all, these last so long. It's a foam. You pump 2 to 3 pumps and you use your hands. Nothing is cleaner than clean hands, so we recommend saving the washcloth for something else. Points were made. It's cruelty free, it's vegan, it's natural, it's pH balanced. The sensitive formula has lavender vinegar and calendula. The normal formula has oats, vinegar, and coconuts. The slogan is made by humans with vaginas, for humans with vaginas, because it takes one to know one. So I love these. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Next up, we have a book called Homegoing by Ya Jessie, and sadly, I don't have a physical copy for it. I first bought it on Audible because I knew that it would be a difficult read for me. I don't like historical fiction. I never have, because essentially I love reading, for the most part, Black stories. And historical Black fiction is typically pretty sad. You either have slavery or harsh times after slavery, and it's just not a happy situation. So I got the audiobook because I knew that I wanted to read it per 50 million recommendations, but I knew it was going to be difficult, and I figured it would be easier to sit and actually listen to the words than have to read through this tale that starts in West Africa, modern day Ghana, and this journey from home to a boat to Southern America to where we are now. And it was a difficult read, but it was just so beautifully written. First of all, I'm so happy that I started with the audiobook. It's narrated by Dominic Hoffman. I know him from A Different World. He was like briefly Whitley's boyfriend. But this man's voice is so beautiful. He's so talented. Apparently he's that guy when it comes to audiobooks because he's narrated a few. He literally went from executing an amazing like southern accent of a slave who was forced to learn English up to a man that's living in Harlem in the 60s down to a modern day young black man in the 2000s, and all the accents were on point. Just hearing him read in itself was an experience. The writing was beautiful, unflawed. Ya Jessie, I'm reading all your work, period. This book was so good. I have to get a hard copy of it. I highly recommend it. It is a difficult read. It's honest, and with that honesty comes a harshness that we may not be ready to face, but it's so beautifully written. You'll feel all of the emotions. Reading this book, I was happy, I was angry, I was terribly sad, but the ending left me at peace.
The musky heat of Fantasyland. A fire raged through the woods just outside her father's compound. It moved quickly.
Is his voice not the most beautiful thing you've ever heard in your fucking life? Wow. This book is amazing. I highly recommend Ya Jessie Homegoing. AliExpress jewelry. I understand how retail works, and I feel like there's like this trend, specifically on Twitter, of people going to AliExpress or Amazon, finding a ring or a swimsuit for $2.61, and then finding an Instagram boutique that sells that same exact product for $65.50, and then calling it a scam. But girl, you buy from a wholesaler and you offer the product via your brand, and of course you want profit, you upcharge. That's how retail works, girls. But me, I'm cheap, and for things like this, I'm going straight to the source. So I'll scroll through AliExpress, and I buy these little things, these rings and things, and I see these same rings that cost me $2 for $35. And it's not a scam, it's a business, but I don't want to pay it. So AliExpress is my girl. I was actually scrolling through getting B-roll footage for this video when I came across some earrings that I bought like last year from Zara. Same exact earrings. I'm definitely gonna cop them for a few dollars. Like I paid like $25 for these, and they are broken. So I found a replacement pair. I found another pair too. So everyone does wholesaling. Sure, you could go buy them at Zara and have their branding, the little piece of paper placket that you throw away, or you can go straight to the source. It's always tricky looking for certain things because of the wording. Like I find myself typing in the most dumbed down version of what I'm looking for, and it typically works. As a Taurus, it's essential that all 5 of my senses are consistently pleased. And one of the most important ones to me is smell. I have the nose of like a basset hound. Like I smell everything. And honestly, that's both good and bad. I showed you guys the fragrance that I love most in the moment. This is the candle that I'm loving right now. This is the Black Fig candle by PF Candle Co. Now, I've seen this brand everywhere, specifically on Instagram. It's one of those brands that people who like to style beautiful, aesthetically pleasing pictures run to. I mean, it's very simple. It's in a brown apothecary-like vessel with a brushed gold top. But it's really pretty. I'm actually excited for it to be empty so I can use it to like hold something. But most importantly, it smells so good. Despite the fact that this is a single wick candle, it really lets off the most beautiful sillage and leaves my entire space smelling so good. Scent is so subjective, so I'll say the scent smells beautiful. It goes back to me saying I like those warm gourmandy scents. If that's not your thing, they have plenty of other scents, everything from sweet and citrusy to fresh and woody. It also has 40 to 50 burn hours, which isn't bad for a candle of this size. I love it, and I can't wait to try more things from this brand. So those are all my favorites for this month. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have you tried any of these things? Do you want to try any of these things? If you do, everything is linked below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, please. Make sure you subscribe and comment below and let me know your thoughts. Do you think you'll like this series? I'm gonna do it anyway. And I will see you guys in the next video. I said I was gonna stop doing that. Bye.